Good evening, everyone, and this is Casey Reginald Jr. of UnderDawg Sports. Tonight, we are doing a fantasy football draft cast. I don't know if Justin's going to join me or not, but if he does, all he's got to do is join the room. The first draft I'm going to be in starts in exactly 43 minutes. Once we're done with the draft, or at least the players that I actually want, I'm going to kick over to the actual UnderDawg Sports draft, which starts at 8:30. In between there, I'll talk a little Chiefs, Texans, the NFL season kickoff, and preview the Steelers, as that's what Justin's supposed to be doing. Anyway, whether or not he joins, we're going to go live because that's what we do. And the draft starts in 10 seconds. And the draft is underway. Alrighty, so Russell, and we're in the All-Pro NFL League. Russell picks the Christian McCaffrey, the consensus number 1 overall pick on everyone's board. We got KD on the clock, and he takes Lamar Jackson with an early quarterback. I think that's a little controversial taking a quarterback this soon. Carey's now on the clock. And Carey, with the third pick in the draft, he is churning away. If Carey's going to auto-draft here, it's going to be the number 2 player ranked overall. Otherwise, Carey's got 1:05 left to pick. Anyway, between his pick, how about those Chiefs, everybody? What a game, or at least the start of the game for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they got vanilla after they got a big lead, but I was very impressed with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the Rookie of the Year candidate, right out the starting blocks. Look for him to get picked up early in this draft. Actually, it may not be by myself because I'm kind of a Chiefs jinx, but that is what it is. All right, I'm on the clock, and the players in my queue that are available. Do I go running back or wide receiver? With Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara being available, Ezekiel Elliott. I'm going to go Alvin Kamara with my first overall pick in the fantasy football draft. I'm 12 picks away, so I'm going back to the Chiefs. Power's on the clock, and I'll announce his pick as well. Anyway, so Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the first half rushed 16 times for 91 yards. The NFL is literally having nightmares behind the Chiefs having a run game that can chew up the clock and end games with Patrick Mahomes as their quarterback. With the 6th pick in the draft, Patrick Mahomes was taken. Now Derrick Henry's been taken by Chris. Dalvin Cook has been taken by G. And EGW is on the clock. All righty. I don't know if the Chiefs can be beat if they actually have a running game. Now, there is a downside to yesterday's game. Starting cornerback, the number 1 cornerback, at least by default, Charvarius Ward was injured and broke his hand. He's scheduled to have surgery. News alert, Michael Thomas has been drafted by EJW. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has been drafted by the Big Dog. Big Dog is on the clock with his back-to-back picks. And his second pick is going to be Ezekiel Elliott. EJW back on the clock. And he's going to take his sweet time picking. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know if anyone can beat him. But if the defense is going to be with 0 cornerbacks now. But the kid, 38, Snead looked really, really good yesterday. He looked really, really good. So if he can be a solid number 2, I do not see Charvarius Ward playing with a cast, although they said it was possible. But I just don't see the Chiefs taking that route. Andy Reid has traditionally been exceptionally conservative when it comes to injuries. He's always put the welfare and the health of the player over the organization's benefit. With that being said, it just doesn't make any sense to do anything else but let Shavarius Ward heal. We're gonna lose. We're gonna take some lumps in the secondary. You gotta get pressure. You gotta blitz. You gotta give them some protection with some double coverages. Wrapping the safety on top. Now you may have to even expose your front seven and put an extra safety or a cornerback out there to try to help out with these young kids that are gonna ultimately have to play. That's just how things are gonna go. So with these guys wanting to have to play or needing to have to play, you really have no choice. You absolutely have no choice. I'm trying to see if Justin's going to join. He's talking to me about it, but I'm 4 picks away in this draft. Patrick Mahomes looked a little off to me. I know the numbers are going to say otherwise. It will say he was efficient, but he looked a little off to me. He missed some passes. He almost threw a pick. He got bailed out by a pass interference call that may or may not have been. So he looked like Patrick Mahomes at times, and then he looked a little off at times. So it's going to be interesting to see which direction or how things go for the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. Powers on the clock. I am still 2 picks away. Half of my queue has been eaten up. I'm left to the bums and the scrubs. Oh, boy. It's going to get ugly down here. But I picked Alvin Kamara. I'm pretty solid with that. Wide receiver is going to be thin because, yeah, jeez. Yeah, it's slim pickings. Slim pickings right here. Still 2 picks away. Kelsey and Kittle went back-to-back. This is an interesting draft. I don't really know the strategy of it, but it's a very interesting draft. I'm going to go Chris Godwin with my pick. He's going to be my first wide receiver. So Chris Godwin is going to be my number 1. That's just by default because all the greats are gone except for Odell, and he's going to get hurt. It's not even a bound to. Justin.
You do realize that I'm like in the middle of doing a fantasy football draft right now.
I'm doing it too.
So
I'm in the same draft as you.
But I'm in the building.
Yeah.
Your thing frozen too.
I know. I hear it. I'm trying to do too much.
Okay. I don't know what happened there.
I'm going to have to... Which Wi-Fi is this on? No, that's the best one. I'm not... Where's my room? Answer it, dear. I'm trying to join the room. There you go. What do you mean what's up with... You know stuff happens. All right, I'm on the clock. I got to go wide receiver again, I guess. Nah, I see it still. So what's your strategy, J-Dub?
Missing 2, but after them 2, it's really a crapshoot with some of it. I mean, you could say Aaron Jones from Green Bay. You could say some other names. I never draft a quarter, but this is probably the first time I've done a draft a quarterback in the first round.
Bro, the quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson went like second. Like, I know he's good, but you got.
No, he puts up points. He puts up points though.
And then Mahomes went shortly after that.
Yeah, I picked Mahomes. I'm not stupid. Lamar
You got to
Jackson
get your quarterback
had the second
right.
most. Well, Lamar Jackson had the most points last because, mind you, he threw for what, 30 touchdowns if I'm not mistaken, and then also rushed for 1,200, which is of course the record. So Cass is going for what's the trend? The trend is points on that one. I mean, it was like back in the days with Vic. People were drafting Vic because they knew Vic was getting them points. This year, the weird strategy is like we're already in round 4 and it's already looking bad, like receiver wise.
Bear.
Although, like I would take a track. I would risk with Odell Beckham. Nah, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, that's why I didn't pick him. He was sitting there. I'm like, I forgot all about him. He gonna get hurt.
But the problem is if it's not even hurt. Is old boy don't like throwing the ball to him, so that's a waste of time. Like, you know what I mean? Like Adam Thielen's out there with Kirk Cousins, but can he stay healthy? So it's always those issues. In fact, I didn't even realize Odell had 1,000 last year. He had a quiet 1,000.
Very quiet. He's been quiet since he got to Cleveland, really.
Yeah. Then everybody that I know that's on this one was like, "Well, you gonna pick Juju this year?" Nah, I'm not. I learned my lesson last year, not picking Juju. I'm sorry. Juju got hurt.
You picked Hilaire too, right?
Huh?
Did you pick Hilaire?
No, I did not. I did not pick Hilaire, and that was actually a pretty good move to pick Hilaire. I
can't pick him, bro. Last time I picked the Chiefs running back, Jamal Charles tore his ACL. I couldn't pick him.
I got Josh Jacobs. So far I got Mahomes, Kittle, and Jacobs. And that's because my homeboy is an asshole and picked Kelsey before me.
Yeah, y'all picking tight, like, man, y'all going – I can't pick Tyreek Hill.
But tight ends get you points. But here's the strategy that people don't do. You always do a quarterback combo. So if you got the wide receiver or you got the tight end, you usually pick the combo because it's double the points. My homeboy is an asshole. He knew it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he trying to win, right?
Right. This is the whole point of it.
Yeah, you play to win the game. Like the infamous Herm Edwards said. You play to win the game. We done slowed down spectacularly on that draft.
Because all of a sudden now it's the guys that's using strategy. Yeah. Like my homeboy sitting there saying who got the next pick. He's like, I picked the Penn State guy. Like, okay, no one gives a shit about that.
Right. You're trying to win.
Using strategy now.
Like, fuck that.
This is when strategy comes to par, and this is where everybody is like running back wise.
I had to get Kamara just because he run. I mean, because he catches. That wasn't a dumb move at all. Kamara is good. It's just his is about health. Yeah.
But then, okay, look at the running backs now. You got Carson, Gordon, Connor, David Johnson, Le'Veon.
That's what I got buzzed for.
Y'all sleeping on one. I ain't saying his name, though. I'm going to just wait for y'all to go ahead and not pick him.
Yeah, I was actually looking at Le'Veon late. I mean, I'll take a flyer on Le'Veon.
No one's going to pick Le'Veon that early now because he's not – it's the Jets, and the line is trash. Like, people are looking at David Moore. I don't know why David Moore is 24.
I think it's a consensus, bro. Nobody's picked Odell Beckham yet.
I wouldn't. Bro, I'm not picking Odell for a while now.
I mean, as a number 2? I mean, who else is out there? Why not? You going to take more from Carolina with Teddy Bridgewater?
You got some number 1s out there
who?
Still. Who the fuck did Chris pick?
He picked.
I mean, damn,
he picked Robinson. But I mean, he gets hurt every year too. If I'm gonna take 2 guys that get 1 out of 2 guys that get hurt every year, I'm taking Odell Beckham Jr.
What I'm mad is someone picked up Carson. I mean, not Carson. Metcalf.
And they are moving slow.
Well, I'm on now, and y'all be damned if y'all gonna rush me. I'll take my
I ain't,
motherfucking time on this one.
I'm just saying.
Because everybody,
I was
it's all
6 picks
strategy
away.
again.
I was 6 picks away
Yeah,
like 20 minutes ago.
again, this is all strategy.
Yeah, especially if you're actually
But you know
trying to
what?
win.
I'm a risk taker.
You gonna take Odell?
Mm-mm. Hell no, I ain't pick Odell. I took Le'Veon.
Wow, that's early.
I know.
Yeah,
I told him to be a risk taker.
yeah, that's early. Well, I'm
Because
taking.
the good thing is somebody's going to be trade bait. Somebody's going to go sit there and want to trade.
The next player available in my queue is Odell Beckham Jr., so I will take Odell.
If someone else don't grab him before you. I don't understand why all these Detroit guys are available. Like, Detroit had like 3 or 4. I'm like, Detroit's not good. I don't know where they getting this idea that Detroit is going to be like the shit. Detroit's not going to be good this year.
Well, Odell's been taken, so you're right. I done lost all my quarterbacks. I'm gonna be left with Aaron Rodgers.
Which ain't a bad move. It's just if Aaron can stay healthy.
Yeah, I might take Teddy Bridgewater on y'all. Don't know what the hell he gonna do.
That wouldn't be a bad move.
Oh, well, I know who is a bad move. If somebody took Carson Wentz. Wow.
Somebody's going to take him as a second. I mean, that's just being honest. Mark Andrews, Phillip Lindsay.
Armani Cooper is off the clock.
You took Keenan Allen.
That was a mistake. I was trying to get Odell. Yeah, that was a mistake. That's because I'm on auto pick. That's what happened. It wasn't me.
Yeah, because I'm about to say you on the clock now. I'm like, who's picking for you?
I had just took it off auto. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna suck. I took Deshaun Watson as my quarterback.
Shit. All right.
Anyway, speaking of Deshaun Watson, you're on the clock. I'm gonna talk a little Texans. The Texans offense, I think you're right, man. They looked pretty bad. They didn't start looking good to the Chiefs. To Charvarius Ward got hurt, and we had literally 2 rookies out there playing cornerback. They've got to build some chemistry because he used Will Fuller as his number 1 receiver yesterday.
Can I say this, and I'm being 100% clear? What did I tell you about old boy, what's his face? Laramie Tunsil. I told you, he is not reliable.
Well, wait, you didn't tell me. We told each other.
I'm like, you pay him all that money, and the first 4 plays of the season is a false start and a holding, and they were both on your All-Pro. So I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Do what you got to do then, player. I'm all good for that. But I just don't see a reason. The Texans didn't do nothing shocking except for score the first touchdown. Other than that, nothing shocking. So I'm, going to be honest with you. This was not a match. I told you, this was not the matchup I wanted. That should have been the first game of the season. They should have had some other ones that probably would have been a hell of a lot better, but this ain't one of them.
I mean, but
maybe
it set the theme of the Texans could get revenge. So why not?
No, see, so the NFL was trying to bank on that, but let's be realistic. The NFL was more likely trying to bank off the fact it's the 2 young quarterbacks. It's their Manning versus Brady, their Elway versus Marino, and anything in between. Their Favre versus whomever Favre's rival was at the time. That's what it was, but it backfired. Like everybody knew the outcome. It was just pretty much how bad it was going to be as far as an outcome was concerned.
You gotta confirm so we can go on live. There you go. No. I need you to confirm so we can go live.
Who, me or
you?
I did confirm. I'm on live.
There you go. And I'm gonna remove you. There you go. Now start. All right, so the live broadcast has started. UnderDawg Sports, KC Reginald Jr. We're in the middle of a draft. I'm 7 picks away in one, and the other starts in about 12 minutes. We're talking a little Chiefs football, a little Texans football, a little Bill O'Brien. Did Bill O'Brien do anything to help his team yesterday?
No.
That was a quick answer.
No.
Who's in my queue over here?
Here's the thing. You don't have a secondary. And it proved, although you didn't want to pay D-Hop, let's just bring up one huge factor. Although your guy did the same thing in Robinson, they dropped passes at key times.
2 touchdowns.
Robinson dropped 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. Bad, 2 touchdowns.
But whatchamacallit dropped several passes as well. Fuller.
Yeah, Fuller dropped some passes, but again, we all know Fuller's not a number one. Like, we knew that. Like, first off, they're very lucky he finished that game healthy. That's the number one priority for him.
And then here's a bigger factor: is who is the Texans' number one?
That was the point. They didn't want a number one. They wanted 3 good receivers that can either one of them can take over a game at any time because they have a mismatch. That's what they wanted. That's what it seems to me like they wanted. UnderDawg Sports Draft will begin in 10 minutes, folks. 10 minutes.
So we've seen that, and it's just really, really showing the fact of the matter is that they're not ready for not prime time, not yet. The Texans, again, I'll say it, they're good, not great.
But that's coaching. But I'll say that you got to say that we've already talked about it. The Chiefs have an unfair advantage of continuity. So Deshaun Watson didn't trust any of those guys. He didn't even get the ball to Cooks until like the 4th quarter. So he didn't even trust the guys.
No, he got Cooks. He got the ball early to Cooks. He had Cooks had a first down in the first quarter, but it was like a small slant play. It wasn't really a.
Well, I'm sorry, you're right. It was Randall Cobb who didn't catch a pass to the 4th quarter.
Yeah. And I misled my coworker Tony over there. I told him, he said, should I start Cobb or I forgot whoever it was. I told him start Cobb, and I was definitely wrong.
I wouldn't have started nobody from the Texans. And if I would, it would have been Fuller yesterday just because of the chemistry. All righty.
Well, yeah, it's not sold on. Again, everybody can be sold on Fuller. I'm not.
I'm not sold on him, but if I had to play a Texan receiver yesterday, just because, again, the same thing we talked about with the Chiefs, the continuity. Patrick Mahomes has, trust in all his receivers, even the guy that can't catch touchdowns. Deshaun Watson doesn't have that, and the only person he's familiar with is Will Fuller. He's going to give you 4 good games.
The problem is if they go deep, there's a big factor. If the Texans happen to go deep, then it makes sense for Deshaun Watson and Fuller, that connection, because Will Fuller is a deep threat. He's just not a hands threat. Now, the only other issue dealing with that also is because the line is abysmal. The pick Armstead is everybody said he was a 4th-round pick that went 1st round. He was getting destroyed by Frank Clark. Laramie Tunsil kept having penalties. Deshaun is going to have to run on a imbalance, if anything.
Yeah, and then he didn't even try to scramble into the 4th quarter at all. I don't really understand that.
So, yeah, I know. And that's why I was like, all right, well, y'all going to go play it safe. That's fine. I just kept it real. Like, it's not going to work out like that.
Yeah, that's part of his game, and that's part of what makes Deshaun Watson unique. It's a NBA alert. The Nuggets have beat the Clippers 111-105 by rallying and taking game 1. I'm sorry, what game number is this? By rallying and taking the game after trailing largely in this game. This is game 4?
4 now.
Yeah, game 4. Yeah. At least. It might be 5. Didn't they start before the Rockets? Because the Rockets lost? or went 7 with OKC, so they're already in 5.
Yeah, they went 7.
I'm on the clock. I'm a little distracted. Oh my gosh, it's the cupboard is bare. Oh wait, the cupboard was bare, but I found a diamond in the rough.
The cover is bare. This is when you start.
How many picks
I don't
am I
know.
on?
I don't know who the hell you just picked, but
Kareem Hunt.
I'm glad you didn't pick. Glad you didn't pick the guy I needed. That's a good pick.
That's a what?
I said Kareem Hunt's a good pick. I was looking at him, but I got wait just a little bit.
I got lucky. I didn't think he'd be there. All right, the Underdog Sports Draft starts in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, we'll be live at the Underdog Sports Draft. I am already on my bench in the, what's it called, All-Pro NFL Draft? What is it called?
Yes, sir.
All right, the All-Pro NFL Draft. I'm already working on my bench, so I am going to transition really soon.
How many draft picks does how many running backs does Detroit have? Because I'm looking at like all of them. So they have Peterson, they have Swift from Georgia. They have a shitload of running backs. Why do they have so many running backs? Detroit needs to worry about getting another damn receiver. And no one has touched Gall today. Even though he had 1,100 yards, no one's touched him. Mm-hmm. Him or Ridley. And I don't think no one is. I think everybody's going to be like, yeah, keep that.
I need to unlock.
What round are we in? We're in 8. All right. It's time. Got to go.
All right. I'm still 8 picks away, so I'm going to leave this draft as the Underdog Sports Draft is getting ready to start. I am not visible on camera for some reason. I know I'm not that black. I know I didn't do that again. Yeah, I did. All right. Back to the Underdog Sports Draft. I think I got a decent.
See, this is the power of the computer, where you could be on 2 different drafts at one time. I'm eating. Holla at your boy.
I'm about to use my computer. I just don't know how to get.
So I'm on my computer on one, and on my phone with the other.
That's what I was about to do.
My wife just made some nachos.
That's exactly what I was about to do. Is get on the the computer on one. All right, I am still 7 picks away. So guess what I'm doing? Leaving the draft. Oh wait, let me set up a queue. My bad, just in case. In a draft. I'm so distracted. Let me set up a queue. Yeah. What I need.
The Rockets play tomorrow. Yeah, let's end this series. Side note, Rockets will lose tomorrow.
Yes.
Fire everybody.
Well, I don't know that you see. They have an excuse. They have an excuse now.
No, I don't want to hear that excuse about Daniel House.
I'm just saying it's built in. Excuse. Why not? Because he's a key player.
If it was James Harden or Russ, I'll give it to him. Not Daniel House.
They haven't won a game without him.
They haven't won a game without him?
No.
So he was out during the first series, the 3 games that they lost to OKC?
He wasn't out.
Okay, so they lost games with them too.
Okay, but still, they ain't beat the Lakers without him. How about that? That sound better?
Yeah, in a sense, but again, excuse me, I just don't see everybody on panic mode about Daniel House. I'm like, bro, how about James Harden only making 2 field goals? Well, how about Russ having 5 turnovers and averaging 4 for the series?
Well, you already know how I feel about that, so you already know James Harden is a what's the word I'm looking for here? A choke artist. What else?
Well, I mean, it's now proven that you have 2 of the biggest choke artists in the league, with Russ and Harden. I mean, now it's just proven. The only other person they could have said to choke more, they eliminated in the first round. That was CP3. But CP3 gave it his all.
Well, I'll say this. We've talked about this for several years now, and it's going to come to fruition again. James Harden is not going to show up for this elimination game, just like he never does. And everyone's going to give him excuses, and they're going to use Daniel House as an excuse, and the team was deflated after that. LeBron James balled the Houston Rockets. He absolutely did. And there's nothing else. Like, I have to give dude kudos because he just literally took over these games.
Well, between that and also, can they stop saying that? They got to stop saying that they could use that PJ Tucker versus Anthony Davis as a factor. Anthony Davis was getting shitted on. I mean, Anthony Davis was shitting on PJ Tucker. So I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't use that anymore.
He's like 7.
Small ball's not going to work against him.
Not against him.
Exactly.
And we kind of knew that already. What do I need for players? Is there a running back out there? No. Hell no. Absolutely not. He might be all right. Yeah, he might be all right. I think that's a smart pick. All right. The Underdog Sports Draft will be underway in less than 1 minute. I am going to set up a queue over here and be out. And let the best pick win. All right. Let's get out of there. Oh, well.
But so it's going on now.
Yep. I'm like,
your people's.
Yeah.
Team is now on the clock.
Your people picking fast, brother.
Yeah, I'm on the clock. Oh, you on the clock?
No, I'm on the clock.
Okay, cool. Let me see where I'm at. Well, it's the first round. Everybody picked first, and all these people are diehards. So I am enjoying. This is going to be a fun draft. Who did that? That must be. Was that you, Patrick Mahomes? Oh, I don't know how you can't get in. All you got to do is hit the enter draft button. Okay.
If you do it on your phone, it automatically does it. Are you on your phone or on the computer?
He's on his phone.
Go to players. Click players, and then that's how you do it.
Good Lord. The cupboard is bare.
Yeah.
Jeez. I'm going what I said I was going to do over there.
Yeah, like old Mother Hubbard ain't shit in the cupboard. But I'm looking the same strategy on doing in 2 different drafts.
Well, you on the clock.
Get that connect.
Why don't you try to do it over there? You got a minute.
You on my queue. I like to again shout out my wife, Kendra Waters, for making these bomb-ass tacos. Doing 2 drafts and doing that shit. You got to give her that.
I mean, it sounds like a winner. I'm supposed to be...
And I ain't the biggest taco fan, but this is Taco Friday. Damn. I think it was my phone is. I'm glad I charged my battery.
All right, so I'm pulling one of your moves now. I'm entering this other draft. I don't know why you waited to the last minute.
I've been pushing for 3 minutes. I thought maybe it was you.
You could have entered the draft 30 minutes ago.
I thought maybe it had kind of unlocked.
Damn.
All right. I'm not on the clock over here.
Red draft got me spaced out like
3 picks away.
Got me spaced out like a lap band. God damn. The 4th pick, and I got to pick for like 30 years.
Bro.
Who picked Cam Newton?
But,
damn. So I'm doing 2 drafts. Y'all hear me talking? Yep, that's me.
Yeah, I'm doing 2 also. I done went back in there, but I got 9 picks away because they slow as cotton. My old boss, Jason, is on the clock. Jason's pick was Joe Mixon. I am back on the clock, and I'm going with Lamar Jackson. Yep, let's watch Justin's reaction.
You're going with
Let's watch Justin's reaction.
Wow.
Let's watch Justin's reaction to me picking Lamar Jackson. Who on the clock?
If you check your reaction, look who my first picks are. I appreciate y'all.
What the hell? Y'all picking Kettle and Kelsey again? Damn, this cupboard bare quick. Like, these guys got skill. I like this. This is going to be a good lead.
There's a method to the madness of why I'm picking Kelsey. I ain't stupid.
Dude, these guys got skills on this one. Like, I'm watching these picks, and this is going to be a tough league. I got to get serious. All right. You do the things that make you great. What'd you think of the Chiefs? I a little bit talked about them before you got on. I thought Pat was a little bit off, to be completely honest with you.
I'm not going to give them – excuse me. I'm not going to give Pat too much flack because the fact of the matter is with no preseason and they really only running 7-on-7 drills and the quarterback, no contact, he can't get indicted with anything. It's like he kind of rusty just because of that factor alone.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but Jesus, they ran through the wide receivers fast in a hole.
I appreciate some of the wide receivers they left though. The running back game, Jesus.
Yeah, but you already adept at wide receiver, and this is my number one. Damn, bro, I'm screwed. I got a choice between Odell, Robinson. I'll go with the Great White Hype. I'm going Adam Thielen, the Great White Hype.
Yeah, you really.
I need a number one,
and that's what
I need a number one, and they got rid of Diggs, so. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I give you that, but it's to say, I don't know. It's like I said, it's old Mother Hubbard. It's about to get bare in that cupboard, brother.
Yeah, it is. It truly, truly is. Yeah, I thought Pat was a little flat. I think he missed some throws, and he got bailed out on the pass interference call in the end zone too. I think he left a lot out there again. Maybe the Texans had him flustered early in that game, at least the first couple of drives, I'll say. I won't say flustered, but he had a hiccup. He wasn't as sharp as I expected him to be. But you're right, with the no playing games since the Super Bowl, I kind of get it. But
your team is now on the clock.
I mean, you really rusty. That's what I'm saying. For him to go and do what he did, I'm not going to say I was overly impressed, but again, you rusty. I mean, he need more players. I mean, if they got the chemistry they did, they'll be fine. I mean, they still put up 30 points, so they're really not sweating what they can do. They didn't need Tyreek as much as they needed to. He spread the ball around. Robinson has to get better, or he may not be with the team come halfway through the season.
I'm not feeling McCole Hardman. Did he even get a target?
No, they ran them 2 sweep plays for him, that was it.
Seriously, is he that bad that DeMarcus Robinson is getting targets and he's not? I don't understand it. And I'm being real there. I was really looking forward to a lot. At one point, we were told he wasn't even going to play special teams, but he's out there returning punts. I don't really get it at all.
It's a hard one because, again, this is still the first game of the season. And with them basically trying to figure out chemistry issues, that's the only reason why I'm giving them a slight pass. But again, the Super Bowl champs look like the Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, they did.
The Texans look.
This
is one that's confusing. You don't even know which one is. I just hear your team's on the clock. I look at the computer one time, the phone the other time.
Well, the good news is I got
too much going on.
I got the headphones on one, so I know which one is which. I'm 2 picks away, and I am not. I don't know what.
Need a number WR.
All right, I'm on the clock.
Thing is, it's the unpredictability this year.
Your team is now on the clock.
Dudes you would be studs, may not be studs.
Yeah, what is Mark Ingram really gonna do in Baltimore because of DK? What's his name? Dobbins.
The kid they drafted.
Yeah, isn't it Dobbins?
Yeah, because of J.K. Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah,
I got
exactly.
it right, bro. I'm doing good. I'm doing better. All right. Seahawks, Eagles, or Cowgirls defense. I look at the division in which they play to determine who I want on my defense. Yeah. Maybe I'll take.
Here's the thing: when it comes to those defenses, this is the only thing that's a homer in me when it comes to the draft. I pick the Steelers.
Yeah, ain't
But
doing that.
that's because we actually are good
I
defensively.
ain't doing that.
Like last year, Steelers defense actually got me a lot of points, even though record wise we suck.
I want to take.
We didn't suck. We were 8-8.
I want to take the. I wanted to take the Seahawks, but because they play in that NFC West, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It's hard enough taking San Francisco out of there. So yeah, I couldn't do it. All right, I'm 2 picks away on the Underdog Sports Draft. Jamal is on the clock. Jamal is on the clock, and with Jamal's pick, anyway, it's gonna auto pick in 10 seconds.
That's what it typically does.
All right, Jason's on auto pick as he's at a family gathering, so that should go quickly. That's on my roster. I got 2 wideouts, 2 running backs.
Ooh, I just thought of one.
I need depth
Someone
before
pick
they
one.
all go. I'll go that way. I'll go that way. I'm having to go depth because these guys, I like their picks, even the ones that are on auto.
Team is now on the clock.
Oh, my turn again. Let's see what we got.
Shoot,
What is my roster? Shit, I done forgot.
hell no.
Okay.
You think that? Let's preview the Steelers while we out here.
We got a good chance. We play the Giants first game. So I'm actually will take that because the Giants only have one player, and that's Saquon Barkley. Neither one of us are sold on Matt Jones or Daniel Jones. It was one of the Jones brothers. Shit.
Ain't nobody sold on Daniel Jones.
It all basically goes back into the world of Ben Roethlisberger and how good that arm is. He's lost weight, lost 35, 40 pounds. His arm looks good from previews, but again, with no preseason, we don't know what to expect. I mean, Ben's had absolutely no contact for it's going on could be almost a year now. So that's the issue. I'm all for seeing him what he can do, but when the chips are down, we got to see.
Yeah.
The good thing is the resurgence of the one kid we have, Deante Johnson, who was a stud, who looks like he lost weight and worked himself into the offense, which is really making it bad for Juju because he's on a contract year. If he balls out and the rookie we got balls out and Chase Claypool, which he could play either tight end or run it or tight end or wide receiver, it may be an issue for Juju. We'll see though. I'm not throwing my man under the bus just yet. I got faith in Juju, but
You on the clock.
it ain't gonna be easy.
Your team is now on the clock.
Let's go.
Bro, he picked Josh Allen. His auto pick was Josh Allen. I hope that's not his starting quarterback. I hope it's not his starter.
He's gonna regret that one. The running back situation is dumpster juice right now.
And I told you we picking for depth. You see me? I picked Marlon Mack.
Yeah, no, right. All right. I'm going to have to go with instincts on this one. I like Florida State, so I'm going to go with Akers.
So
I
have a question.
But
You think year 2 of the Saints tight end is going to be better, Jared Cook?
here's the thing. Jared Cook 5 years ago was probably top 5 best.
Like when this last
top
year,
5 best tight ends in the league.
bro. A couple years ago, he was good.
But no. But then the problem is he regressed.
Your team is now on the clock.
Tennessee. And then he went to, I forgot where else before that. He regressed for teams that didn't have quarterbacks. With him having a quarterback now, back to normal with Drew Brees, and Drew is healthy, I can't see him being bad. I really can't. Will I put all my ducks in a basket on him? No. Not to have Jimmy Graham 2010 season, no. But he's going to get you yardage. So with that being said, Drew's going to use the tight end more than anybody else. So I would still put a little bit of faith in Jared Cook. Not as much as everybody else's. But I will put faith in him because he's going to use him because they're going to triple team the shit out of Michael Thomas. So you got to have an option.
Yeah, you damn right they're going to triple team Mike.
No. Can you hear me? Oops. Can you hear me?
What's up, Reese?
Yeah.
I was making sure you can hear me. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Nobody said I can hear me when I said it. Man, I'm mad I was the number one pick and got Christian McCaffrey. I'm not gonna lie.
You mad you got Christian McCaffrey? All right,
Yeah,
you want? I'll give you Marlon Mack for McCaffrey.
Nah, that's more like Aaron Jones.
Yeah,
Aaron Jones for Marlon Mack.
I got him in the other league. I'm on the clock over here. What's on my roster?
I give you Le'Veon. I give you Le'Veon and George Kittle. No, that's the other draft. My bad. Wrong team.
Yeah. I almost auto picked, bro. I got Keenan Allen on both leagues now. Ugh.
Man, I accidentally got DeAndre Hopkins. I got him in another league.
You said accidentally? That might be a good look.
Right. How you accidentally pick? Okay.
I mean, I wanted to get somebody else. I got him on another team.
Can you turn it down a little bit?
I don't know. I think that's a good deal with D-Hop.
I'm trying to get depth.
Someone picked up Kyler Murray in my other league.
Sucks.
Murray got to be gone by now.
You getting louder instead of softer. Where you at? Okay. Reese, you on the clock.
Am I?
Yeah, you on the clock. So what'd you think about Mahomes?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Rusty, smart choices, warming up.
I
think we have very high standards because I said the same shit.
Yeah, your team is now on the clock.
I don't think you played that bad for a person that, like I said, hasn't had contact in over damn near 9 months. Y'all really giving them. Y'all expect him to come out and just blaze, and he ain't even need to. Again,
no, I'm not expecting that. I'm just saying. I just know what they look like on the regular. Don't get me wrong; it looked like a first game.
It looked like a preseason game. That's what we were saying.
Yeah,
it looked like
that's what it is. You got a combo of preseason and regular season.
Yeah, it looked like a preseason.
This season's gonna have one. This season's also gonna have one huge factor. There's gonna be a ton of injuries. Because, I mean, it already started, unfortunately, with Von Miller going down for a season. Bro. There's a ton of injuries because none of these guys are in shape. Think about it. None of these guys could even practice during off season because of COVID. That's when COVID first started.
Right.
You saw we lost Ward in the first half.
Yeah, y'all about to have to go.
That's not the same type of injuries I'm thinking we're going to have to deal with, you know.
Bro, they about to sign an Orlando Scandrick.
No, ain't no one that bad. Y'all still, Morris Claiborne don't got a team, bro. Orlando Scandrick's done with the NFL.
Man, listen, I don't want Orlando Scandrick.
Nobody should want Orlando Scandrick. He mad because don't nobody want his ass. He be talking.
Man, he went on. What's the name?
He ate all those words, didn't he?
Undisputed.
He ate all those words, didn't he?
Man.
He ate every last one of those words. Yeah. Because Mahomes won the Super Bowl when his ass wasn't on the damn field.
Hey, Shannon told him, he said, when you on the defense?
Yeah. Like, you bum ass. AJ. I got AJ Green in both leagues.
Y'all keep AJ. That man don't want to be there.
It don't matter. He
AJ
playing.
Green, he just took a season off, and you don't know how Joe Burrow is going to be.
I mean, I know AJ Green.
know
He's
he
gonna be
better
his
slow.
number one receiver.
No, he ain't. Tyler
Yes, he
Boyd
is.
is.
Yeah,
We'll-
Tyler Boyd
is straight
We'll
out
see.
of Pitt, baby.
We'll see.
Another alumni, baby.
We'll
Tyler
see.
Boyd had 1,000 yards last season.
Yeah, I
With-
think I'm gonna let that.
Who was
auto
the
play.
quarterback again? Andy Dalton and everybody else.
Yeah, I'm gonna surprise everybody with that one. What round am I in? I got Gronk.
Oh shit, I forgot all about Gronk.
What
He's
round?
gonna-
What round am I in with the
That's
sleeper?
touchdown points right there.
Yeah, he's gonna get the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What round am I in and got him? That's a steal. This
Yeah,
is-
it is, but I mean, let's be honest. In other past, Gronk would have been a number one.
I mean, but
easy,
he a backup
the-
tight end. Like, this is round 10.
I don't think he's a backup.
Well,
I think he's starting because I think he starts over OJ Howard.
Nah, I don't. He old.
and
he
he
took a
didn't.
year off. You don't put him in
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, he
Only
ain't
thing
play
he
last
do better
year.
than O.J. Howard is flop.
He
Let's
ain't-
be honest. He
he-
took a year off because he probably wanted to smoke that weed, drink that drink, and didn't want to give a damn about anything.
didn't
dealing
want
with
to play
the
for
Patriots. You see
Belichick.
how fast he unretired.
Yeah, he didn't want to play for
He didn't want to
Belichick.
be dealing with the Patriots.
Yeah, he didn't
That's
want to
what
play
it
for
was.
Belichick. That's exactly what it was. He waited on Tom. After Tom left Belichick, and I think this was a plan, and this is why old boy retired. I think they had a coup the whole damn time.
They did.
I believe that. I believe that from the bottom of my heart because he kept saying he may unretire. He may unretire. You never know. And then all of a sudden, Tom Brady come back and hey, Grunt, what's going on, bro?
Bro, he went into wrestling and had the belt all of 30 seconds. He went into wrestling.
He's talking
Brock's not
about
a
the
wrestler.
24-hour title. Grunk is
Whatever
a
that-
name.
Yeah, it was.
Grunk is a name. They need.
That's all it was.
They needed
Gronk
ratings.
was a name. They needed ratings. COVID just hit. Actually, it was before COVID hit. Actually, that's all it was. This was not a strategic move for Gronkowski. Like I didn't put nothing past homeboy. He's a great player, but yeah, right.
Oh, that's gonna be a steal. Let him be there.
Is he gonna be a top 5 tight end?
No. No. Maybe who the fuck picked the Steelers as a defense, motherfucker?
You mad?
Mad as a motherfucker. Man, ain't that some? That's a bitch and a half
I
plus
forgot
2
all
on
about
that one.
defense.
All right. Let me grab.
The same way I did before. I gotta go do kicker too. Forgot all about that shit. I'm doing skill.
Kicker, I forgot about too.
Yeah.
But kicker always my last pick. When I be
Yeah.
seeing these dudes picking a kicker like
I
8th
don't
round.
even draft a kicker. I pick him up. I drop a player because I draft until
Yeah, I used
I
to do
don't
that
play the
strategy.
kicker first week. You know what I'm saying? First week is a preseason game. I need to see how everybody gonna play, and then
That's
I
true.
draft the worst player on my team, and then pick up a kicker.
That's not a bad strategy. All right, so I already got 2 quarterbacks. I'm good. I ain't gonna grab no more quarterbacks.
Shit.
2 receivers.
Do I have 2 on either team? Hell no. I
I
guess
would
I'm
hope
picking
you
a
would
quarterback.
I got 3 on one team because we got we're playing with 2
Back
quarterbacks
up.
starting.
This is a backup.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
team is now on the clock.
I can't stand them leagues, bro. God bless you.
Yeah, I won it last year. I won a Super Bowl.
Man, God bless you for that. I can't
Do I
stand
know?
no
I'm
PPR.
gonna have my trophy here in a little bit. I'll be able to show it to you. I'm gonna
So good question.
Hey, we gonna do a
Hey,
trophy?
Raj, what we going?
We gonna do a trophy?
Nah, we should do a belt.
A
Fuck the
belt?
trophy. We should do a belt.
Okay.
Yeah,
belt.
we should definitely do a belt.
We should do a belt.
I'm definitely not taking Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
I'll take Drew Lock. I'm not taking Ryan Tannehill. The fuck I look
Come on,
like.
man. Go ahead with Tannehill. Quit playing.
What the fuck I look like? What I look like? Come on.
Well, I guess I ain't going with, and this ain't going to pick up Duke Johnson. It said he had a sprained ankle. I'm like, how much time did Duke Johnson even get in the game?
Oh, well, you know.
I don't know if to be getting a sprain.
That's what I'm saying. Like, really? How did you get a, what was you doing on the bench to get you a sprained ankle, player?
Do I have a kicker?
My God,
I ain't got a kicker, bro.
I really tripping.
in that NFL All-Pro team? Oh, yeah, I do. I got the Arizona kicker. It must have been auto draft because I ain't do that shit. It's all right.
All right, so how far are we on? We got several picks for this one. We still got 4 picks in yours.
Yeah.
And,
but we
UnderDawg.
almost caught up with this other draft, though, because my people, auto draft is
that's because
something.
it was 8 versus 10, and thank God we didn't go 12.
Your turn. Players, go here.
Speaking of which, any faith in Jadeveon Clowney?
I mean,
Well, the
without
Titans defense,
listen. Well, I mean, with his injury record already, hell no. I mean, now he didn't have
He now is the
now
man on the team.
It don't matter, but now he didn't have a training cap in addition to his injury history. Nah, I have no faith, zero faith in Jadeveon
that's a
Clowney.
good point right there.
My thing is did they get this brother tested? Because supposedly he was in 3 different cities. He was hanging out in he completely moved from Seattle, so he was hanging out in Atlanta. Then he was in South Carolina, where he's from. Then I did know he was in Houston, like right around when the city shut down again, like June, July. He was in Houston. They had pictures of him down at the some of the bars. I'm like, this dude's just doing too much.
Your team is now on the clock.
All right,
No, it does not. Young, ignorant, and got money. No, nothing surprises me.
Well, I mean, look at Daniel House. We really got to talk about that. Like, we really got to talk about
They
that.
already sent him home.
They sent him
I
home?
know they sent him home, and in addition to him being sent home, I think the Rockets should look at trading or cutting him.
They're gonna pop neither. He's a free agent next year.
No, he's not. They signed him to a 3-year deal.
In fact, you know what? You showing enough right.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They got to either trade him or cut him because, like, in their opinion, and this, they're going to try to use that as an excuse, right? Like, we know that.
Which would be a dumb.
Right.
I hate that.
But
It'd be a dumbass excuse, but
you know that that's what they're going to do. Because they're going to try to use that as an excuse, they're going to try to give Harden another pass, another year of Harden sucking it up when the chips were down. Like, he's good as long as it's not a close game. He's the greatest scorer in the world as long as it's not a close game.
And you know why they saying it now? Because LeBron said he's one of the greatest one-on-one scorers of all time. LeBron said it seemed like it was co-signed. I was like, LeBron, shut the hell up.
He is one of the best scorers of all time, but at the same time, he's one of the best scorers of all time when the chips are not laid down. Not when you're betting your house. Hell no, I would never put my house. He's like the 90s Chiefs. He's the Marty Schottenheimer of scoring champions.
Damn, that's harsh. True, that's harsh.
What's my roster look like? Do I have a kicker yet? Hell no. How many running backs I got? Not enough.
So I'm about to say you would be that one that gonna have like, because I've seen some people already in these drafts. They got like 6 running backs. Like, how the hell you got so many running backs?
Well,
I got 6, I think. 1, 2.
I ain't got 6, but I'm gonna get some
3, 4, 5. I got 5.
I don't. Well, AP did have a. Bro, I'm screwed. There's no depth down here.
I wouldn't pick AP because
he got a new playbook. He got a new team.
They got Kerryon Johnson, then they got Swift, then they got AP. That's why I understand why AP even signed with Detroit.
I'll take a flyer on Henderson. I don't know.
If I was AP, I would have waited. I still didn't understand why Washington cut him.
Let me see when my buys are. Roster. Running back buys. Okay.
All right, y'all. Had to burn out.
You off?
Calling me on the.
Where's Son?
He's asleep.
Boo.
He been asleep since I got home. Since he got home, really. We all got here about the same time.
Boo. He normally wake up just to see his dad.
Yeah, he'll be up in a little bit.
Thanks for attending the NFL Draft. Best of luck this season.
All right.
All right, one draft done.
All right.
Only
One
got
pick
2 picks
left.
in
Like,
this one.
yeah. I got one pick left. I'm on my last pick. I think it's two more. You're right.
No, it's two.
What's on my roster? I got a running back. I don't even know that dude. Who the hell is Henderson? For real. I
don't know.
Latavius.
I'm thinking Joel is Joe.
Nah, Joe is my brother, Joe Ryan. Yeah,
Okay.
That's family.
Unless Joe Swisher has been, I don't know. I know he's supposed to sign up. And I know my man Matt's on here.
Oh, I'm on
here. Yeah, Matt's the genius to just pick Ben Roethlisberger because I knew he was going to pick a Steeler. He a diehard Steelers fan for me, but he ain't even from Pittsburgh. He's from fucking East Texas. But still, shout out to him, like it or not. Oh, this is gonna be done real quick.
Yeah, we caught that other draft, but you're right. They had 12. I'm glad I am glad we actually did 10.
I almost opened it up to 12 on the other one, but I was like, nah.
Because I had somebody that wanted to come in, but like I didn't know if that other slot would get full. I was like, nah, I can't take that chance. It took me too long to get to 10.
Because this happened to me. So, FYI, people that are watching, 2 years ago, this happened to me. We had 10. Someone else wanted to come in, so I opened it up to 12 because they were supposedly bringing somebody else. That person they brought over just forgot. And what happened is it pushed the whole league back a day. Because it'll say you cannot draft
without enough
players. And then
players.
When that person wanted to be right, and then when that person woke up to be added in, I had to change the time, so I had to do it the next day, which sucked because the next day in this particular case was Labor Day. Because I usually do it the last Sunday in normal cases. I didn't really know if we both said that COVID kind of fucked everything up. In normal cases, I would do it the last Sunday of August. And then a couple years ago, I wasn't going to do it so late because it was also my wedding weekend. So I was like, look, man, we're going to do this in the middle of August. Fuck this. I ain't not even going to hear this one. Okay, this is my last pick. I got to figure this one out. 2 running back, 2 wide receivers. All right, fuck it. Just add them. So, anyways, lesson learned that we had to push it back a whole day, even though everybody was ready because of one person. That's why when it's locked, it's locked. Like when you were saying, man, I got 9. Like, man, you might have cut it at 8.
Yeah, I didn't want to cut it.
9th can find a 10th.
Yeah, but it came through. I actually had, like I said, I had the 11th. But Jason came through. You know who came through?
Jason. 16.
Yeah, Jason came through at the last minute.
Because I had 2 other people that were from regions that was willing to do it, but both of them was like, I don't know, because it's a Friday, blah blah. Look, man, during COVID pandemic, what's everybody doing on a Friday night right now?
What you doing?
Netflixing it up. Like, man,
thanks for attending the NFL Draft.
All right, that's it. Best of luck, people. That was the last pick.
That was your last pick. The draft is ended. All right. Anyway, let's talk about the Steelers as we close up tonight.
We got a good season going on. We got Ben back. More importantly, we don't have as many injury issues, and we know what the hell our depth chart is at wide receiver. Right now, the only issue is do we have too many receivers? Or can the Steelers actually become, I hate to say this, but similar to what you have in Kansas City where it's spread the ball around?
No.
No. I mean, obviously, we're not going to do it with the quarterback base, but I'm saying as far as spread the ball around, we probably could do that. Obviously, we don't have Patrick Mahomes. But we don't necessarily need Ben to have one go-to item like he did when we had AB. So I don't expect a 1,200-yard or 1,300-yard receiver, but I do expect a bunch of probably 9 to 1,000-yard receivers coming in. Connor's also a factor. We're going to see if the running back game is healthy. If not, but I do know we are going back to using a fullback, thusly why the second of the Watt brothers is in Pittsburgh, because we're going back to a fullback offense. It worked for Austin Eckler getting his yards in San Diego. Also worked for when Melvin Gordon was relevant. So probably this may help out Connor's career because, again, Connor, T.J. Watt, and Juju are on contract years. We all know T.J.'s going to get paid. He'd probably be the highest paid linebacker, if not defensive player, come next year. Juju, he don't pan out. Juju may be gone. It is what it is.
What you cut? Wait,
maybe on another team.
But ain't that's your number one receiver? What you mean?
If he don't play like a number one receiver, he's not going to be there as a number one receiver.
So who takes the hit if Juju is not that guy?
It'll probably be Deante Johnson, the kid we drafted last year. He actually went to the Pro Bowl as special teams as a returner for a rookie, and that was the first time we've had a Steeler go to the Pro Bowl as any special teams in over 30 years. It looks like it may be him. This is what we're going to see. But now we got the chemistry. We got an 8-8 team with a solid quarterback. Hell, we cut Devlin Hodge.
Yeah, but you brought back Dobson.
We brought back Josh Dobbs. That was actually a better move.
Yes.
That wasn't that bad last year. But what we did is we put all our eggs in the basket with Mason Rudolph as the backup.
Yeah.
That was dumb as hell.
Well,
Dobbs actually wasn't bad.
You know why they did it? They didn't want Rudolph to feel the monkey on the shoulder on his back. He didn't want them to.
Rudolph was supposed to be the next Ben Roethlisberger, and they didn't want that pressure. That is definitely the truth.
But here's the problem with that: he's a quarterback. If you can't handle that pressure, what are you doing playing the position? Like if you that soft,
I agree with you.
If you that soft where your ego needs your team to trade the better player away, you have no business playing in the National Football League.
But you know that happens all the time. That happens in sports, period. When they banking on one guy over the other, they don't want that guy to have no competition.
But
this was the same thing the Steelers did, which was dumb. I was the first one to say this was the baddest move last year, including the AB move that the Steelers did, which was getting rid of Dobbs. And it was funny that Dobbs did no run in Jacksonville. They didn't even try to put him in.
No.
Even when the stash got hurt and they brought back Foles, it's just confusing. But it's Jacksonville. I don't expect them. I expect them to win one game next year.
They tanking for Goldilocks.
Lawrence.
Yep.
For Lawrence and or Fields. They tanking for one or two players. Yep. They tanking for a quarterback. We'll say it like that.
Goldilocks. They tanking for Goldilocks. And Gardner Minshew is going to go back to what he has been and what he's probably going to be really good at, being a backup quarterback in the National Football League. I think he's a solid number 2. No, I think he's a solid number 2. And you don't go to the XFL just to play.
You know what Stash is? Stash is the new Case Keenum.
Or Ryan Fitzpatrick.
No, because he's short and he runs.
Okay.
Ryan Fitzpatrick's actually a big quarterback.
No, he's short. He's just he's stocky.
He's about 6'3".
I mean, he's Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think he's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
But Ryan got you some game. Well, I can't say that because Case Keenum.
Right. Case Keenum is a younger version of Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think Case Keenum was a little bit more successful earlier in his career.
Right.
Because Fitz was
awful.
Yeah, Fitz was awful early. He was awful. I don't know how he hung around.
Is it because he's probably a good he's like, you know how Kyle Orton was? He's a good offensive mind that probably would be a great offensive coordinator back in the day, but that's why I think they keep him, because he knows
Didn't he go
plays, but he's not a good player.
Where'd he go to college? It's an Ivy League school. Of course he's smart. Yeah, of course he's smart. So
they always talk about he had the highest Wonderlic score in the last 10 years of NFL, but that's not saying a lot.
Right.
It is saying a lot. Take it back, because Vince Young had the lowest, and we see what happened with Vince Young.
Okay. That's a shot. This man is at home chilling. That man at home chilling.
Shouldn't be. He should still technically be in the league in his last years.
But he is at home chilling, and you taking shots at a man that ain't played football in 5 years.
Or longer.
Right.
Longer than 5 years.
I know, but I just threw a number out there, hoping I didn't go too high.
5, 6,
3. Hoping I didn't go too high. I'm just
After he
saying.
cried on the field, that was a wrap for him. Once he did the crying, it was over. His masculinity was taken all the way out.
You taking shots. Look, you still taking shots at a dude.
Crying in baseball. There's no crying in
So
football
the Steelers got the Giants on Monday. Daniel Jones, no one has faith in, but they do have Saquon Barkley, and a rookie head coach or second-year coach
that we both said should
not have gotten the job. Yeah,
correct.
Yeah,
he was the
Patriots special teams assistant.
Special teams assistant / wide receivers coach or
yeah,
whatever. Yeah,
he wasn't actually. Was he actually the special teams coordinator, or was he the assistant special teams coordinator?
I think he was the assistant. How he got a job is beyond me. I'm like, hey, he must have some mafia ties in New York.
Bro, he ain't got no mafia ties. You know exactly what this is.
Right, it's white privilege. We get it, but damn. At least I'll give Matt Rule a pass down in Carolina. At least he
was a head coach somewhere.
A head coach of two different teams that he made ranked, but this dude ain't done.
Like where he came from and why.
I just don't know what people smoke when they see Patriots coach. Like me and you could be Patriots water boy coaches, and all of a sudden we'll get signed.
Apparently.
Right.
Well, maybe about 5 years ago.
Coaches, I guarantee you, we'll be starting a college somewhere. Like, hey, man,
maybe 10
let's
years
go to
ago.
TSU right now and be coaches.
Maybe 10 years ago. Oh, coaches? We can be water boys and we can be the coach of at least the Jaguars. At least the Jaguars. Well, we'd probably get the Carolina job in 2 years.
I honestly don't think they give a damn about that team. We already talked about that. The Cons don't give a damn. That's their play money is Jacksonville.
Yeah,
they do not care.
Absolutely. But I'm just saying.
Because if they really cared about
that job
a long time ago, Jacksonville should be really an LA team, but they didn't. So.
Well, they definitely need to be somewhere else because where they are is not working.
I think they got worried that when they start winning games, they was like, nah, we got to blow this season up, guys. Nope. Just start cutting everybody and just making a whole bunch of bad moves. Let's just go there. Let's hurt Jones-Drew. We'll take it back to there.
Wow. So what you got? Your Monday night score, the first Monday night game of the season? My Monday night score
for this game,
the first
I'm actually going to go
Monday
high.
Night game.
I'm going to go 28-14.
That's high?
For the Steelers.
That's high.
We won a game. We lost the game 9-3.
Like the
last year against the Buffalo. So I'm going high with this.
I'm just saying the Texans lost yesterday and scored 24 points.
Time out. Let's rewind that. Y'all took out y'all starters.
No, our starters were crippled.
And they started scoring points.
Our starters were crippled.
The first 3 games they didn't score shit. The first 3 quarters, they had
they
one
scored on their
touchdown. That was it.
Yeah, the second drive.
That was it. And then all of a sudden, they couldn't score for shit.
Then all of a sudden, the Chiefs did something that nobody saw coming, and I talked about earlier. They featured a running back in the first half of a football game and absolutely started dominating once they did that. Is the league ready for that?
Actually, so here's the question. Do you really think – I think that Damien Williams, taking off this season – I don't think that's a bad move, but he may not have a job next year.
He definitely no, not may not. He will be his backup, or he'll be demanding. But he's getting backup money,
or he'll get traded.
He's getting backup money. He's getting like $3 million a year. He's getting backup money.
But he's definitely if the LSU kid keeps playing the way he's playing. Last night he was looking like he was Maurice Clarett in Ohio State. He was bulldozing, running, and moving. Kid looked phenomenal.
But remember, Damien Williams wasn't brought to Kansas City in the first place to be a starting running back. So he just
y'all were running back by committee, but I'm just saying.
No, we were Kareem Hunt by committee until that fiasco. But that's when D. Will got there though. He was.
It was Spencer Ware, then it was then it was Damien Williams.
Yeah, he was, he was just a throw-in. He became the starter by default, and the default is over. They went and drafted a guy in the first round. He knew the writing was on the wall when that happened, and the fact when they re-signed him, he got like $3 million. He wasn't. That's not starting running back money.
Yeah, but he's actually still getting that money.
Right.
If you opted out because of COVID, you still get paid for the season, which I thought was crazy.
The teams don't pay, the insurance does. I'm
Right,
certain.
exactly. It's exactly what it is. That's why I was surprised nobody from the Steelers copped out for COVID. They're like, nah, we gonna get this money. Shit. Again, going back to the game, wasn't impressed. You kind of knew the outcome. But I will say this on a more social tip: I am disappointed in the NFL again.
No, can you be disappointed in the fans at Arrowhead Stadium? Can we? You know what? Yeah, let's do that real quick. 16,000 fans in the stands, and for some damn reason, the people of Kansas City, the place that I'm from, the place that has turned into Pittsburgh, because the racism is alive and well. Former Kansas City Chief, Jeff Allen has been on Twitter all day long, talking about the racist assholes that were in the stadium at Arrowhead yesterday. Let me be very clear. One person kneeled on the entire field. That guy pulled the hamstring and left the game in the first quarter. The rest of the players were out there arm in arm just to show unity. And the people of Kansas City decided unity was a bad message. Well,
but even worse, they kind of let it slide on the national anthem, but they damn sure booed on Lift Every Voice and Sing. That was horrible.
So,
bro.
Including booing the black national anthem. First off, let me apologize. It was not the people of Kansas City. I can guarantee you the people that had those tickets yesterday are not Kansas Cityans. They're Blue Springians and Overland Parkers and Lee Summitons and to them the far out places in the suburbs that have decided they want to try to take over the stadium because, well, they're the ones with the money. But let me be very clear. A team that had every right to have every player kneel, instead of doing that, sat in the middle of the stadium with their arms united, and you booed that. It says more about your ignorance than anything else. This Orange Nation bullshit has got to stop. Because there was no Black Lives Matter protest. It was a unity protest. There were black players, white players, Latino players, whatever races that are represented by the 100 players that took the field yesterday. And it's completely bullshit that you represented the city of Kansas City and you don't even really live there the way you did and acted like children.
The sad thing is, this is going to be a trend. You know it's going to happen. If the Kansas City fans did it, no. It's going to happen.
No.
I guarantee.
And the Kansas City fans have been slandered all day long, night long. The former players, current players. Nobody understands the rationale of booing unity. The only people in the country that want to boo unity are segregationists, racist assholes that believe they are superior to anyone else, yet you pay hundreds of dollars to watch people that seem to be pretty damn superior to you, at least athletically.
This is going to be, I hate to say this, but this is going to be something the NFL needs to look at. And if they're going to go ahead and boo progress and progression, and this is just not dealing with just the Kansas City people, this is going to be for the whole league because it's going to happen again. Whether it's in my city, Pittsburgh, or New York, or wherever the hell, it's going to happen again. If y'all going to do this, then the players really need to take a message that the fans don't give a fuck about you.
They need to walk off. They need to take one game. And it really only takes one game. It really does.
If it was these guys are going to do during the beginning of these games.
Well,
because I really think it shows that the the owners are still going to be in power. The one thing I always give credit to the NBA, and much as people hate it, I've had friends
It's a
and family
players'
that
league.
hated with the NBA. It's the players' league, but you got this league. It's the owners' league. Until one of the stars says something.
But
You got Pat.
my question on that
You
is
got-
why why is it a problem that it's a players' league? That's the talent. Without the players,
Right,
you
exactly.
have no league.
You can't sell.
Right. You have no
Let's be
league.
realistic.
Like if you
Let's be
could
realistic.
if you
The
could
NBA
advertise soccer in America, you would. It would literally be
But even
huge.
soccer, they're kneeling. The NFL is the only sport. Even soccer, they're kneeling. Soccer is ahead of its time. Tennis.
On
Shout
social
out to
issues, they
Naomi-
have to be
Naomi.
because of the racism they've had in recent years.
Correct. The NFL, they do realize the faces of the league now are all black. There isn't like a Tom Brady and Drew Brees. Their time is coming to an end right now. Aaron too.
Well, can we fire
It's
Roger
bad.
Goodell? Because now he's on record.
Should.
He's on record for saying he
We're
screwed
wrong
up
with
with
Kaepernick?
Colin Kaepernick. He's now on record for admitting he failed. He failed our country. He failed those players. He failed the league. And he failed the
But the only
fans.
person they're gonna listen to. But the problem is who does he listen to? He listens to the owners.
Well, the players
He's
gotta
not-
take over.
They need a better Troy Vincent, although he
Listen,
was a good player.
let me
back
tell
in
you
the day,
something.
he
That
is
Patrick
not.
Mahomes contract is gonna open that door. It's gonna
Oh,
start turning
yes,
this
indeed.
league. That contract is about to turn this league upside down.
And it needs to.
And his stance and his confidence in knowing that no one else can do what he does on the field, he's going to continue to be a spokesman for Black Lives Matter, for racial equality. And if the people of Kansas City can't get down with that, why are you buying tickets? Like you're paying to see
Well,
these
he
people.
said, yeah.
This guy has shown you he's going to be a spokesman for these movements. He's been on
'Cause think about
TV.
it.
He's been in press conferences. He's done everything to let you know what was coming. So you paid your hard-earned money to go out there to show and make an ass of yourself.
Yeah.
Guess what?
But the
That
funny
money's
thing
going into
is-
his $503 million contract. How about that?
What happens if Patrick Mahomes all of a sudden asks for a trade? Although,
That ain't happening.
What if? No. I'm saying, Kansas City fans would be scared to death because of all the years y'all dealt with when y'all didn't have that
Patrick
type
Mahomes,
of quarterback,
right.
that dynamic. Oh, we want you to stay here, Pat. We love you, but yet and still, we want you to be the good nigga.
We want you to
Want you
do
to be Dak
what we
Prescott.
want you to do when we want you to do it.
Right.
Because we own you. You don't own
It's
ish.
gonna be a sad day, brother. It's gonna be sad. We're gonna see though. It's
Nah.
gonna be sad.
Pat is gonna transcend those minds. And it is gonna take a Pat to transcend those minds. He's gonna have to be that, and I think he's gonna relish in that role. But back to what I was saying, I think it's time for Roger Goodell to go. I think it's time for a black commissioner of the National Football League.
I totally agree.
I think that is how, to me, you show the players that we appreciate your sacrifice.
They're doing what you were doing.
Correct. So I think it's time the National Football League goes black. You said 28-14 on the Giants. I mean on the Steelers. I just don't have any idea what we're going to see out of Ben Roethlisberger. I don't.
That's the question.
I have no idea what your running game is going to do, if anything. You yourself said you don't have a number one receiver. So when I look across the field, although I have no idea what I'm going to get out of Daniel Jones, I do know what I'm going to get out of Saquon Barkley. He's going to be the best player on that field besides maybe TJ Watt. So I'm going to take the upset here, and I'm going with the Giants. And if Ben Roethlisberger proves me wrong, great. But again, you're doing all that, but you don't know what Ben's got with his right arm and his right elbow. I don't know what he's got, and I do know
But
that
I think the
Saquon
scheme
Barkley
may
is
be
going to be the best player on the field on Monday night.
Yeah, but the thing is that Giants defense doesn't have anybody. They best players they got rid of last year.
I feel you. But I'm taking the
We'll see.
upset
It's
here.
a home game.
I'm taking the upset.
All right. So we got it.
Yeah, this is the first time we disagree this year. It's going to be the first of many, I'm certain. What about your fantasy team? You like what you got on both leagues?
Well, it's funny. While you were talking, I was reading the the NFL recap. I like what I did for both leagues, but for the All Pro League, I got a B+. We're projected 9-4 record. For UnderDawg Sports, I got a B- and a 5-9 record.
Wait. Where you
And
see
I'm
that?
like,
I want to see that.
Go to your Gmail. When your draft is over at Gmail, it'll give you your full recap.
Wow. You see, I'm learning stuff every day, folks. It took me all of the last year to get us live on Facebook. So,
No comment.
whatever. You want to go to Zoom. Where we gonna get?
Facebook is working right now.
Right, and where we gonna get an audience
Zoom is
at
'cause
from
we have
Zoom?
multiple people.
Right, but where we gonna get an
Zoom
audience?
because it was multiple people.
But
we can't do it.
Yeah, we can. We can
just
do a
did it.
room
And-
like we did. You
Yeah,
saw my
I
nephew
know.
join.
Yeah, but I'm saying before.
Oh yeah, I
you
didn't know
couldn't
what.
do that.
I didn't know what the hell I
I'm
was
about to say
doing.
Messenger last year did not exist like this.
No, this isn't.
Facebook
Well,
got
yeah,
smart.
it is. I guess, but yeah, this
Facebook
is what.
got smart. Facebook got smart because they knew that Zoom was taking over the game. But yeah, go to your Gmail and it tells you where your projection was.
I got a B on both teams.
Yeah, I got a B- and a B+, so it's just like, all right, that's a bunch of B shit. But
I got a B on both teams, and not a B-, not a B+, just a B. I think that's pretty good considering the depth in that first draft. And then that second draft, they were taking guys quickly. Like,
well, yeah, your draft it didn't waste too much time.
Not at all. Wait, it's my draft. It's UnderDawg Sports draft.
It's UnderDawg Sports draft. What I was saying, I'm looking at the. Oh, so you were the one that picked up Cam Newton. That was cute.
No, that was in the other league, and that's just my backup for now.
Well, that's a good backup.
Yeah, for now, my backup for now. Yeah.
Well, no, for the UnderDawg Sports League, because I got Mahomes and Rodgers. I'm looking at that one. Only thing I can say maybe suspect is my running backs. Because I don't know what to expect out of Todd Gurley. I'm hoping Todd Gurley becomes what he was 3-4 years ago, 2-3 years ago. But
I don't need.
I mean, he's in a new atmosphere in Atlanta.
This must have been on auto draft because how did I end up with two defenses? I must have missed that one.
Well, on the UnderDawg one, you still ain't got a kicker.
I don't know. I'll get one.
You have to cut somebody.
Yeah, I know. But, I'll get one.
You have faith in, but I love you have faith in AJ Green. I just think AJ Green.
I mean,
don't
but
really want to
he's
be there.
depth. Why not?
Yeah,
Like, why not?
because your starters are Landry and Thielen. I just hate Baker Mayfield, so I can never go with him.
Yeah,
Drake
well,
Hunt,
listen,
Drake Hunt and Mack.
by the time I started picking wide receivers, again, in this league, they were all gone. I had Adam Thielen was my number one. Come on now. Would that be my number one in any world? No.
Like 2 years ago, yeah, but now, no.
Yeah, so it is what it is. I think I like the flyer I took on Jerry Jeudy in Denver, though. And I can always plug in Keenan Allen. But I just don't know what Tyrod Taylor's going to do, so Keenan Allen's on the bench.
Yeah, when they made the starting announcement, well, either one. That's why I think Eckler will get the ball a lot because I don't know what to expect with Tyrod.
Well, we know Eckler can't handle that kind of load. So he ain't going to get, he ain't going to get that much.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's why I said I don't know who the hell the backup was. You did play it smart with you took Latavius Murray like I did in the other draft. And I was like, everybody was sleeping on. I'm like, but if
I thought I had Carlos Hyde too.
See how I didn't understand. I couldn't pick high because it's running back by committee in Seattle.
Yeah,
right now. They
but
got
he's their
4
best
running backs.
one. Or he's the only one that got 1,000 yards last year. I can't say he's their best one
Well, because Carson got hurt, but
Yeah.
Carson has the ability to do it.
Did I
But
get Carlos
again, it's
Hyde?
running back by committee.
I don't think I got
So we're
him.
going to see.
Yeah. But, I got my boy Kareem. I got too many damn Browns. I got 2 Browns and a bungle.
Yeah, that you got all, you can keep all that one. No.
2
If this was a
Browns.
couple years ago, AJ Green would definitely be in it. But
Nah, I'm gonna take a flyer on AJ. I mean, listen, the cupboard was bare. He's like he's gonna be on the bench this week, number 1. And I get to see what he does or does not do this week, and then I can go from there. I mean, he's still AJ Green.
Whoever the guy in your league that got in the UnderDawg league that is Mexican footballer got Breeze, Brady, and Burrow.
Aaron.
That's too many goddamn.
No, that was an auto draft. He gonna have to change that up.
Yeah, he gonna have to do something.
Yeah,
He got too many. He got 3 wide receivers, but he got 3 quarterbacks. It's a lot of quarterbacking.
Yeah, that's way too many quarterbacks. Is what it is.
But then someone else that in the gym one got only 1 quarterback, and Deshaun Watson, which obviously is a bust. And
Shit, I got Lamar Jackson and Cam Newton.
yeah, I know. Cam is a sleeper. I was actually mad that they didn't get Cam. That's gonna be a sleeper. In the gym got 6 running backs. God damn.
Lamar Jackson plays Cleveland. Well, they lose to Cleveland when they play them early in the season too.
Yeah.
That's kind of their history. Anyway, we picked that game. You want to talk about any other games before we go?
No, I think we good for right now. Any predictions for tomorrow night with the Rockets? Do they make a comeback?
No.
Or is this it for their season?
Bye. Why waste anyone's time? James Harden, at this point, his mind is on the strip club again.
Oh, he'll be there.
Yeah.
He'll be doing the ride to strip clubs.
At this point, he's not going to take the team bus. He's going to grab his bags, and he's going to break the bubble and go to the first strip club that he can find. And that's why he's so pissed off at Daniel House, because if anybody's supposed to be sneaking it in the room, it's James Harden, not some role player who just happens to be a local kid.
Yeah. I was going to try to give him benefit of the doubt, but I think it's over. 4-1.
I forgot I was live for a
Lakers will be
second.
waiting on the winner. Boy. The local Punani.
Yeah, that right there. Anyway,
Anyway.
until next Wednesday, we sticking with 8?
Yeah, let's stick with 8. That's fine.
All right, we'll see you next Wednesday at 8. Until then, I'm Casey Reginald Jr.
It's your man J-Dub in the building. Thank you for participating on a Friday night.
This has been the UnderDawg Sports Fantasy Football Draft.